Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today I thought it would be a lot of fun to play a little bit of Cheyenne and do a little gameplay video. So Cheyenne's a game I restored last spring, I believe in April, and it's a gun game, one of many that Exidy put out in the mid-80s. This one came out in 1984, and it's by far my favorite theme of the bunch. I love the Western theme of this game. But anyways, I did a restoration series, a three-part video on the restoration of this, and I would encourage you to check out that series if you haven't, at least the first part, because in the first part I talk a lot more about this game and the other Exidy gun games and kind of their history a little bit in that video. So check it out if you haven't. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so controls, pretty straightforward. It's a gun game, so naturally you have yourself a light gun, a pretty standard light gun in the form of a rifle, and then you've got a start button. Now, one thing to note about this rifle is that this has the wood stock on it. And this was original. This is what originally came with these games when they were first released, at least with Cheyenne and I think Crossbow. I'm not sure if the other games had a wood stock. But the problem with this, and this is the rumor, but these guns just did not hold up well in the arcades. They could not take the abuse. You know, this is wood, so it would break or split, and you know these games would take a ton of abuse, and it just wasn't rugged enough. So these were replaced eventually with something a lot more durable, a lot more rugged, and so almost always you'll see something like this. Now, this is complete metal. It's very, very rugged, very heavy duty, synthetic stock. And so most of these wood stocks were replaced with something like this. These could take the abuse. They're much, much more durable. So, both guns, exact same dimensions. They both have the same optic sensor. The guts of them are all the same. It's just in a different housing, so to speak. Me personally, this is much, much more desirable. It looks way, way more sharp on this cabinet. It's a Western theme, so you're not going to have something like this. And I was lucky enough to come across one of these. Actually, my girlfriend found one of these for me. This was a gift for me. But yeah, that's the difference between the two guns. So guns permanently mounted on the control panel. I mean, you can take it out, but this doesn't move the swivel. It just swivels back and forth and vertically. So it's not like your more modern gun games where you have like a holster or something more free. This is permanently mounted here. And that's about it. So with that said, let's get to it.
Okay, so before I play a game, let me briefly explain how the game works. The premise of Cheyenne is actually quite simple. You're out west helping Buster Badshot capture several gangs of criminals. Buster Badshot, an appropriately given name, is the sheriff, I guess, and he doesn't really do anything except walk around, so it's really up to you to take out the gangs. Ultimately, there are two simple objectives here. First, you obviously need to shoot each of the gang members in order to capture them. Each stage contains anywhere from 2 to 4 gang members. Their colors flash when they are on the screen, making them easy to pick out. The stage is complete when every gang member is captured. The second objective is to protect Buster Badshot at all costs. Each stage is filled with enemies after Buster, and just about anything will kill him. This includes gunshots, tomahawks, bottles, rocks, bombs, mining carts, logs, animals, etc. If Buster is killed, you lose a life, and once all of your lives are gone, the game is over. So really, protecting him is more important than taking out the gang members. Each attack on Buster can be shot with your rifle in order to protect him, including bullets from enemies. Points are awarded for everything you shoot, and most objects can be shot, so there are plenty of opportunities for scoring points. Here's a quick demonstration. In this particular stage, there are 2 gang members. You can see a variety of enemies attacking Buster, even a barrel. On the center left, there's one of the 2 gang members. As you can see, I have to shoot these gunshots in order to save Buster. Even this bull is out to get him. And there's the other gang member. Once you've captured all of the gang members, the stage will end, and you'll be paid in gold for each gang member. At this point, you are taken back to the stage select screen, where you can either select a new stage or cash in your gold. Cashing in your gold awards you points based upon how much gold you have. The points are calculated by how much gold you're awarded for each gang, multiplied by how many stages you have cleared. In this case, I was awarded 100 points for each of the 2 members. I have $200 in gold and have passed only one stage, so 200 times 1 gives me a total of 200 points. Because of the multiplier, it generally benefits you to wait to cash in your gold as long as possible. Just a couple side notes. 1. You cannot kill Buster by shooting him, although he will make a funny "hey" sound. 2. There's no time limit to each stage, so don't worry if you miss one of the gang members. They will come back. And 3. At certain points in the game, you can earn extra lives. Well, that about covers everything, so with that said, let's play some Cheyenne.
Okay, so we've got Cheyenne here. Let's give this game a go. Just before I start, this is on default settings, meaning it's on normal difficulty, and you start out with 3 lives. That's kind of like the factory default settings. So I'm going to hit the start button here. I love that sound. So here's our first set of 3 stages, and I always start out with the one that I consider to be most difficult, because these get progressively more difficult as time goes on. So this one's got 4 gang members, so I always start with this one. But really, you can start whichever stage that you consider to be most difficult. I recommend starting with that one, because it will only get more difficult the longer you wait. There's our first gang member. As you can see, this game is not very PC. I love the sounds in this game. Oh, shoot the tomahawk. So we got 2 of our 4 gang members. There's 2 more left, as you can see in the red in the lower right-hand side. That always shows how many gang members you have left. There's our third. And those guys always, all of the gang members on this stage always show up behind that cactus in the foreground. So you can just be ready for them. The tribe members, in this case, always show up on the left side of it, like right there. So now I got all 4 gang members, the stage is over, and I get paid in gold here. So I get $100 in gold for each one of these gang members. So that'll give me $400 in gold. And I'm going to let it ride. I don't want to cash in now because I only passed 1 stage, so the multiplier is only 1. So I'm going to continue with the petticoat floozies. And as you can see, as these stages go on, you get awarded more gold for the gang members. So here I get $250 instead of $100 for each gang member. So I'm shooting these lanterns just to point press a little bit. You do have to keep shooting the lanterns regardless, because they will go out and the stage will get dark. Shoot the cart out of the way. Shoot those rocks, cart out of the way. Shoot the rat. You can see it kind of get a little bit dark there just for a second. So you just want to keep shooting those. Right now I'm only getting 200 points for each of those lanterns, but later on you'll get like thousands of points, because the points go up as you complete each level. So like the next time I'm on that stage, I may be getting like 2,000 points each time I hit the lanterns. So there I get an extra life. These first 2 sets of stages, after you complete the second stage, you get an extra life. And then later on it changes. I think it's after like the 3rd stage. All right, so we got the Dalton gang, just 2 guys here, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Shoot the taxidermy. And you can shoot the guy playing the piano there and shut the music off for a brief moment. I'll demonstrate that in a second here. There you go. And then he starts back up, so you can't really permanently kill him. I just keep shooting the taxidermy, gives you some easy points. And there's our other gang member. So I get 500 points or $500 in gold for each of those guys. Now we get a bonus stage. You can keep shooting those cans, and you do get a lot more points. But I usually just try to clear everything. I think the potential for points is more if you go after the cans, but it's a lot more difficult. Again, I'm going to start with the desert stage here. So this is the next set of stages. And again, these get progressively more difficult. So now you've got these arrows coming at you from the left. There's our first first gang member, and again, not very PC. And those guys come out on the right side of the cactus, but it's always that foreground cactus, like right here. A lot of these guys, if you don't shoot them the first time around, they'll pop back up again, so you got to be ready for that. Here's another one right here, and there he is. Ay caramba. Makes me think of The Simpsons. So $750 in gold for each of those guys. And as you can see, my multiplier changed, so it's times 4 now, since I cleared 4 stages. Let's do the Saratoga Slickers. Gotta love the names. So now I think there's some ghosts in the background here. Shoot the bat, shoot the bat. So now you can see the points really increase. I'm getting like 5,000 points for each of this stuff, whereas before I was only at a couple hundred points. There she is. Not doing too bad. So you can see how it really pays off to keep saving your gold. There I got my extra life. And let's finish the bogus bunch. I kind of like this stage. Lots of stuff to shoot here. Shoot those branches and logs. Got a couple animals here. There should be a bear coming up on my right here in just a second. He's pretty sneaky. There he is. Yeah, everything will kill you in this, so it's good to shoot everything. Raccoon, skunk. Let's see, our other gang member should be popping up here pretty soon. Oh, another bear probably. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that bear would have got me otherwise. You get like a split second after each round. After you shoot the last gang member, there's like maybe a second or two. They can still shoot stuff and get points, but you won't die. All right, our next bonus level. I just missed one. Not bad. All right, next set of stages. So let's do the Pawnee tribe up here because there's going to be 4 of them. This one can be pretty tricky. I like to wait for her to throw that glass down because you do get a lot more points for that. So I get 11,000 points for those. Shoot the chair. Ah. One more. Where is he? Come on, pop out. There he is. Woo! Not too bad. Actually doing pretty darn good. So that's the 7th stage, and I'm saying that almost $20,000 in gold. So that's pretty good. Let's do the Sycamore boys. So now 7,000 points for each one of those shots at the lanterns. Great for point pressing. I missed the gang member. There he is. Well, you can see they come right back, so. And you can see how it gets dark if you don't keep shooting those lanterns. Ooh, I don't know how I didn't die from that rock. Got lucky. Ah, too much stuff. Ah, you can see how this gets a little overwhelming. Alright, one more gang member. Come on, pop out. There he is. Whew. So yeah, so if I lost all my lives in that stage, I wouldn't be able to cash out in gold because you do not come back to this stage select screen with the option unless you pass the stage. So let's finish out with Dirty Dogs. This one's kind of a fun stage. Ooh, that was too close. Nice. I'm actually having a pretty darn good game. My thing is I always wait too long to cash the gold in, so I end up losing most of my lives. All right, let's see if I can do some damage here. Oh, come on. Ah, not terrible, but I should really try just shooting the cans once, see what happens. But all right, let's do the cemetery scene. This one is pretty tough, I usually find. It's a cool stage, though. You can see all my initials in these tombstones. I like that. Oh my god. I might have to cash out after if I can get through this. Let's try again here. Oh man. Struggling. So many ghosts. Yes! I should probably cash in my gold pretty soon here. Just because I only have a couple lives left. Let's do Sidewinders. See how I do here. At this point, it gets to be kind of a gamble. Oh, come on. That might have been a mistake. Alright, 2 more gang members left. So you shoot that bucket to put out the fire. Alright, one more. Come on. There we go. Come out. Yes! Alright, now I need to cash in. So I'm going to cash in my gold, and you'll see how the multiplier works. I get 11 times 46,400. So not a bad chunk of pointage there. Let's do Cherokees. Oof, 4 of them. This could be tough. Oh man, I was just not hitting stuff. You saw I tagged that guy right after I died, but ooh, this is not looking good. I think I get an extra life if I pass this though. Alright, 2 more, come on. Oh, there it was. All right, so, well, put my initials in here. Not a bad game. I've done better. I never continue because your score just continues, so it's kind of cheating. Gotta love that. But yeah, I love the sounds. I love the theme of this game. It's so much fun. It's a cool game, and it's difficult. I'm not the greatest at it. I think the world record is some astronomical number. I mean, my best game, as you can see, is like 4 million points. I think the world record's like, I don't know, like 60 million or something like that on Twin Galaxies and like 12 on Arcade. But it's such a fun game and very unique game. All right, so that's Cheyenne. Definitely one of my favorite games in my collection currently. And if you like videos like this, these gameplay videos, leave me a comment or hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.